I'm live. Okay. My first time doing a live video. And I first created this channel to be of some type of help. But to Amazon and Uber and all the gig economy warriors channels and things like that. People who needed help. I was trying to be helpful. But it turned out that I was the one who needed help. Now, I'm on my way to work. I am in the Tampa Bay area. I am an Amazon Flex delivery driver. I like what I do. I like it a lot. And when I first started, I couldn't get many blocks. And it took a while before I did. But in the interim, I joined all these Facebook groups for Amazon Flex drivers in my area. And back then, in 2017 when I started, the groups that I joined were giving advice. Little did I know that a lot of the advice that they gave was utter bullshit and a way for them to keep you from getting blocks. Because why? Because like in every market, there's an abundance of drivers and not enough blocks for everybody. So people were securing their positions. I get it. It's okay. I don't hate you for it. But they gave me a lot of bad advice. A lot of bad advice that I basically took, okay, well, this is the way it is, so I'll follow their advice and, you know, do things the way they say to do them. My mistake, my error, my failure. And, well, let's say that it got to the point where I just had a nonchalant attitude about my job with Amazon Flex in the beginning because of the demeanor of other people. Not because I'll take responsibility, but, you know, because of the advice that I was, you know, getting and information that was being provided. Why would I assume somebody's a liar? Why would I assume that they would steer me wrong? I don't have that kind of a mentality, so I didn't really think that this would go on, but it does. And for all you new Flex drivers who are in these groups, you need to be careful who you listen to. Because there are certain things that will prohibit you or limit your access to blocks. Number one is your attitude. Believe it or not. Your attitude, especially your attitude towards the warehouse workers. Believe it or not. Justifiably or unjustifiably, that's one. And I would say the first one. Number two. If you pick up a 4-hour block and you've got 48 packages, until you actually get the hang of how to actually pack your car, your vehicle, how to load the packages in your vehicle. I'm sorry, I'm on my way to work and I figured I'd make this video because it's very, very needed. Anywho, until you get a knack or a hang of how to pre-stage yourself, you're gonna take a little longer on your blocks. It's not because Amazon, I'm sorry to tell you, that a lot of these people, they're either just slow or they don't know how to pre-stage their vehicle for their route. It's not going to take you 6 hours to do a 4-hour block. As a matter of fact, I manage to almost always finish my block, my 4-hour blocks, within 2 hours. And that's 2 hours from the time I pick up to my last delivery. So I'm counting in the time that it took me to actually get to the first, delivery stop. I'm not counting the time that it took me to get home. You don't count the time that it took you to get home after work, punching, a time clock, so to speak, and expect your employer to pay you for the extra 20, 30, or hour drive that you had to get home, right? So let's just be a little bit more logical, people. And I don't mean to offend when I say that particular phrase I just said. So we're gonna go over a bridge here shortly. So if I lose you, I'll try to keep up and see where it freezes. At any rate, so number one, attitude. Number two, pre-staging. Learn how to pre-stage your vehicle. Meaning, learn what needs to be put in first and what goes in last, because your last is first and your first is last, if you catch my drift. Right? Wow, what is that? The other thing is that when people tell you on these Facebook groups, oh, if you still have packages when your 4th hour is upon you, take them back to the warehouse. Say, no, don't do that. Honestly, don't do that. In time, your first couple of blocks, for me, my first block, I went over. After that, sail, breezy. But, what was I saying? Yeah, after that, when you get a hang of it, you're going to be just fine. I finished my blocks within 2 to 2.5 hours, my 4-hour blocks. And, there used to be a time where I would finish my second block of the day, because it was usually same-day deliveries. I used to finish them within an hour and a half. I'm not so lucky anymore. They've done changes at the facility, so it's not that easy anymore, but it's still less than what they're paying you for. So be grateful. I think Amazon has done a fabulous job at paying their drivers well for the work that they do. Given the fact that most of the jobs that you get are done in less time than you're allotted for. That's a good thing. That means you're free. I mean, you can look at it a million different ways. If you want to be a positive person, you can jump on for the remainder of your the remainder 2 hours of your block, you could jump on another platform and make extra money, and therefore you can actually average out how much you made for that time. I mean, you could be positive and think that way, or you can be a negative person and think something else. So, yeah. So you're not, it's not going to take you the full 4 hours. I don't care where you go. I don't care how far you go. No, that's not the case. And if you are consistently having that issue, then there's a problem there, and it's not the route, because I've gotten routes from Sarasota, where I'm going now, and I've gotten part of it across the bridge and the other part of it across from it. You understand what I mean? And I managed to get done in the allotted time. in less. Take away 30 minutes that I actually stopped on my route, because every time I come down to Sarasota or Bradenton, I've got to have tacos. Authentic tacos. Not no freaking Taco Bell. I digress. Yeah, so, but even with that 30 minutes that I stopped to eat lunch because I was starving, I got it done. So I don't, whatever, guys. Some of you just like to complain. So, back to business. Finish the block. Finish making the deliveries. If you have gone over your allotted time with justifiable reasons, you can always write to support, and they may compensate you for the additional time. That's no secret either. And if it is, you haven't been listening to the right people. Although I've never had to do that. I did it once, and that was my first day. And I got an extra hour and a half out of it. Although I only really worked an hour over, they were generous to me. Which is what I'm trying to get people to understand, is that Amazon is generous. So, back to business. Oops. Let me in. Yeah, get in your lane. Finish the deliveries. If you have a problem with a delivery, call the customer first before anything. Just call. A lot of times you will resolve that issue right there with the customer. They'll tell you where to put it, whatever the case is, you'll get from them. It's not gonna make your time longer on your block. I promise you. It does not add more time to your block. It doesn't. Considering that most of these stops is drop and go. Especially if they're in, you know, homes and places where, you know that it's pretty safe to leave a package, or it's, you know, somewhat safe, whatever the case is. If there's no answer from the customer, call support. There's an old let support know. I don't know if this thing started recording again, but I'm going over that bridge now. Call support. See if they can help you. A lot of times they'll call and confirm that what you say is true, that you can't get a hold of the customer. A lot of times they'll be able to actually get a hold of the customer and then give you further instructions. Man, I'm cold today. But just don't abandon the job. In my wording, in my opinion, Amazon looks for responsibility and accountability. So, you know, finish the job. You're not going to cry about it later when you realize I have an hour left out of my block, or I still get 2 hours out of my block. Okay, cool. Or the next block will be better, especially if it falls on the same day. Maybe that block will only take me an hour and a half. Whatever. finish the job, man. Don't pick up blocks so that you can go to work. That's number 3. Don't pick up blocks in the morning to take them to your full-time job with you and then cause packages that are supposed to be delivered by noon or 5 p.m. to be. And on top of that, you don't return the undelivered packages back to the warehouse. You take them home with you, and then you bring them back the next day on your, if even you have a block the next day, when you go to pick up your block, you bring back the packages. They don't like that. Be on time. Don't drop a block if it's to begin within the next 45 minutes. Don't drop it, or drop it before or within, how do I word this? Don't drop a block. You have up to 45 minutes before you can drop a block, before the start time, if that made any damn sense whatsoever. If you have a block that starts at 1, you need to be dropping that block. If you're going to drop it by either 1 or 1:15 the latest. If you drop it after that, it counts against you. If you bring back packages to the warehouse without no damn good reason and you have no record of calling support, I don't know if some of you know this, but they will write you up. There will be a ticket written up against you, and guess what? You will not be offered blocks as often as you would like. And the more you do so, the less blocks you're going to be offered. Some of you don't believe this, but this is the truth. And when I started, I had all the wrong information. I had all this attitude. I had, you know, all this whoopee I'm getting over on the man. I'll admit it. I had that attitude. Some of you won't admit that, but I will. When finally I met somebody who actually gave a shit and started coaching me, so to speak, because I was reliable and resourceful and etc. They saw potential in me, or they saw that I was a good, honest worker, for the most part, with the exception of bringing back packages. I was informed of all these things that I was doing that was completely wrong. That everybody else on this damn platform thinks it's so fucking K. Excuse my French, but it's not. What I'm telling you is that everything most of these people tell you on these Facebook groups is to keep you off the app. The less drivers available, the more money they're gonna make, which is fine too. However, you don't do that by lying. And basically, this is for the nobodies, the people that just started, you know, for the ones that nobody cares for. This is for you. Stop listening to these people. Do the job. You will get better at it. You will find yourself being so damn good at it that you will have extra time to pick up other things when you've done. And again, you know, thinking positively, think positive. You know, these things that we do out of ignorance or just pure laziness, whichever one, wherever you fall, will hurt you. It's not going to increase your access to Amazon. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to decrease your access to Amazon Flex. Okay? They're serious. You know, and their eyes and their ears are the facilities workers. Believe it or not. and some trolls too that are on the groups. But do the job, be on time, don't release blocks too late. Know these things, deliver the packages, cover your ass. You know, and be consistent. Be consistent. If you're gonna work, if you're gonna do this job full time, like I have, do the job. Be diligent. Look for the work. It's there. It's just, you know, hard to find at times because of the fact that there's a lot of people on the platform. And I'm talking to the Tampa Bay area drivers. I don't know if I see 3 people watching me. Thank you for watching, and I hope this is helpful to you, especially if you're from Tampa Bay and the surrounding areas. We have 3 warehouses in this area. And everybody wants to jump on St. Pete. Everybody wants St. Pete blocks. There's only so many routes, people. Anywho. So, do the job. Amazon is awesome. Amazon Flex is awesome. The pay is freaking better than Uber in some markets. We won't even go into that, but in some markets, sure the hell pays a lot better than Uber. And it actually pays me exactly what I made at my last 9-to-5 gig. An hour. So I'm really happy. I'm ecstatic. You know, and the point is to do the job. Do the job. And don't complain, you know. Yes, you're in the line of work. Yes, you're going to get stuck in traffic. Hello? Yes, you're going to, you know, there's going to be rainy days. Yes, there's a million reasons why you should complain, but there's also a ton of reasons why you should be happy because, shit, I don't have to work for Uber or Lyft anymore. I can do Amazon Flex. You know, and being that we have 3 warehouses here and such a, you know, so many drivers. Oh, there it is. So many drivers looking for work. You know, sometimes you got to take what you don't want. Meaning, I got to go to Sarasota today. I don't want to go to Sarasota today because that means I'm going to put 200 miles on my car. But at the end of the day, that will not pay me now, but those miles at the end of the year during tax season, it's gonna help your taxes. It's a good way of looking at it. Positive thinking, damn it. But it's work, so I have to spend maybe an extra $20 in the week for gas. I'm okay with that, but you know, do the job. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself because I'm concentrating on driving through this area. But anyway, the whole point is, people, Facebook groups are just, you know, where people go to vent. People go to, you know, give their opinions. And we all know about opinions. Everybody has one, right? And so, you know, the point is do the job. It gets easier, you'll get faster, you'll become a pro, you'll learn areas. Seriously, I mean, that's just the way it is. And, you'll get the offers. You know, your performance has everything to do with whether or not you see offers. Because again, as I said earlier, when you do X, Y, Z, that the facilities workers see you made no effort, there's a ticket written against you. There is a ticket written against you, and when that gets written against you, your score goes down. You have a performance score. Hello, you get your weekly summary every week. You get the weekly summary every week. These are for you people who have been on for quite a while and still having issues. Wow, Sarasota is packed today. Wow. Okay. Let me log in here. Oh, and carry a charger because this app will kill your battery. All wow, Sarasota's busy. And I've been everywhere, digressing and everything. Do job, you know. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So yes, your performance rating does affect you being able to see blocks. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't want to accept it. I don't care. You know, and I say this way because this is the attitude of some of the people in these groups. You know, I ain't got nothing to do with it, you idiot. Really? Then how am I seeing blocks? But you're not. Show me your weekly report. I bet you don't have the balls to show me your weekly report to show me that you probably have a much lower score than me, and I don't have a perfect score. Some weeks I do. Some weeks I have 100 straight up and down. Other weeks I have 198, 99%. Other weeks I have 100, 195%. Hey, but I don't go under 95. I'm at 100% reliability. I'm at 100%, whatever the other things are. There's four or five categories. At any rate, I'm good, right? That's because I don't have any tickets written up against me. Why? Because I don't bring back packages to the warehouse before my block has even ended. Sometimes I actually go the extra mile, and if I have that one package at the end, I will reattempt delivery before I head back to the warehouse. There's a concept. That's a concept, isn't it? Try again. It's probably not very far from where you are already because the zones are very nicely fitted. Come on, people. Don't be lazy. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to say it like that because there's no other freaking excuse. Unless it's a business and it's closed. Unless it's a gated community, an apartment complex that nobody could, there's no leasing office. There's nowhere to leave it, nowhere safe to leave. You you guys should know this. Reattempt the delivery. You might get lucky the second time. I've gotten lucky the second time. So do it, people. Just do your job. Do you like the job? You like the work? Do the work. You know? It's just that easy. For you naysayers, you know, and you false accusers, not everybody's using bots. Yes, Amazon has a problem. We've got everybody using bots. Not everybody, I take that back. Some people using bots. Why? Because there's a lot of people looking for blocks. And you gotta be really fast and have a good internet connection with fast speeds. And your phone better be, you know, fairly new with a good processor so you can catch these blocks because they go quick. But not everybody's using a bot. And to be falsely accused of using bots, which happened to me, you know, it pisses me off because at one point, bots were encouraged. Some of you may or may not know this, but bots were actually at one point encouraged by facility workers, especially to their preferred drivers. You don't know that? Now you do. Until everyone else, the same ones that complained about routes taking too long, bringing back packages because the time was over, those were the same damn people that were fucking complaining about people using bots because they couldn't catch blocks. Well, maybe it wasn't just the bots. Maybe it was your performance. So before you start pointing fingers and fucking allergies, pointing fingers and you know, insulting and accusing other people, maybe you should examine yourself. Examine yourself to see, am I failing at something? Am I doing something wrong? What does that email I get every week, from Amazon look like? How am I doing? Do they trust me? Can they confide in me? You know what I'm saying? Can they rely on me? What are you doing? The same people that complained about bots are the same people that would bring back packages because they didn't have enough time to finish. Yet, they wouldn't complain when their blocks, when they finished their blocks early. And still got paid. I'm getting a bit of an attitude right now. But, if you didn't know, bots were encouraged at one point. And then the same people that are freaking complaining now, complaining about not getting blocks, complaining about not getting, enough money or enough hours, or, getting the larger blocks, getting the 4 versus the 3. These are the same damn people. Stop right here. Same damn people. 30 minutes of this shit. And it's live, so it's not like I can go back and edit it, so. But yes, I am that girl. And if you ever see me parked in a line and you want to say something to me, by all means, come on over. Come on over. Make your face known, David. At any rate, that's not a threat or anything, so. Yeah, I'm that chick. So just do your job. Stop complaining. Learn to improve your performance if you're lacking anywhere. And don't listen to these Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a bunch of information, but I'll make another video, and I'll hit the points that I really wanted to hit, because right now my mind is everywhere. I was driving and got distracted with other topics. So anyway, I hope you all have a good day. If you have any questions, ping me. I may answer. If you're gonna insult me, go to hell. Okay, bye-bye. How do I stop this?